Linda, excuse me, it's David. This is the free online audit that I promised you. Just a brief thing, but I think you'll get some real value out of this. I've just come to your website here, and I'm going to do this in a video, or perhaps a few videos. Each one will be less than 5 minutes or so. Anyway, this is your website. It's a lovely website. It's very well presented, built on WordPress by the looks of it. It's got a nice, clean look and feel to it. It's simple, which is good. The graphics are good. They're quite enticing. You've got here what I guess the same, which is a great idea. Always very good to have that sort of thing. You've got photo galleries and a bit about Manly, etc. This area here is kind of a little bit bland because of the way that it's formatted. That could be made a little bit more visually interesting. And you probably could improve that copy a little bit, but just by sort of appealing to maybe adding a bit more sort of spontaneity or whatever. It's a little bit formal, a little bit distant in the approach, but that's just my opinion. That's not necessarily everyone, not necessarily think that. You've got all the right things: accommodation rates, photos of Manly, about Manly, and contact. If I click on the contact here, you've got your mobile number, your telephone number, and your email address, which means you're probably getting some calls and some emails from other people that you don't necessarily want to get. You can actually obscure these so that people can see them, but some of the bots that are on the internet looking for stuff like this don't necessarily see them. This is okay, probably works for you to a degree, but you could certainly do more than this with a contact form. Let's just go back a second. Here you really want to have some sort of a call to action, so offer some sort of a little report on Manly or a tourist guide, things to do in Manly, in exchange for getting somebody's email address and their name. Now that's really important, because what that means you can do then is you can build a list of people that are or were interested in staying at your place. A lot of them, obviously, as you know, will come back on a fairly regular basis. So once you start to build a list of names, you can email those and you can start to draw down business kind of on demand. So if you've got a quiet season one time, you can just broadcast a quick email to your list saying there's a special offer or whatever, and that's really, really useful. So a bit of a call to action here, and a little bit of what's called an ethical bribe, getting their information. That would stimulate more activity as well, because it's very easy to see a website like this and just simply to click away again. Okay, now that's good. The question is though, what is this doing for you? What, in terms of keyword searches and in terms of business, how many people are you getting actually calling you or contacting you through this website? At this moment, I have no idea. Perhaps we'll talk about that at some stage. So are people actually looking for you? Well, I did a quick search. This is just a very, very quick search off the top of my head. Searched for searches in Australia, accommodation Manly, bed and breakfast, blah, blah, blah. And if I just move this around a little bit, you can see that accommodation Manly has 18,000 people searching every month. So there are 18,000 people locally in Australia searching every month for accommodation in Manly. Now, obviously, Manly accommodation is not quite the same necessarily as what you're offering, but bed and breakfast Manly, certainly 720 people every single month looking for bed and breakfast in Manly or B&B in Manly. No one so far for Manly lodgings, and there are other phrases down here. So I don't know if you're doing this, but it's very important to have the right keyword research and to focus on the right keywords, because for example, it's okay to have be ranking on Google or whatever for accommodation in Manly, but most of these 18,000 people will not be looking for the kind of offer that you have. But bed and breakfast Manly, B&B, they certainly would. So of these 720 per month, you would expect if you had yourself positioned and presented well to get quite a few of those. So you should really be seeing quite a few calls every month from your website. Okay, I'm just going to come back now with another video and just show you a couple of things that are important for the local business. Sorry, I'm having trouble turning this video off because I put it in the wrong, I can't get my darn button. That's embarrassing. Okay, here we go.